Welcome to Anything But the Politics Free Podcast bonus episode where we launch into some sort of bonus content. It's all very up in the air right now because this is the first time we've done this. But what we're going to do is an extended version of 2 games that we've played in our main episodes. And we're going to start with Fortunately, Unfortunately. Ryan, do you want to start the story or do you want me to start the story?
Fortunately, today I started the story.
Unfortunately, it was a really boring beginning to a story.
Fortunately, the story got better.
Unfortunately, that didn't make it any easier for Heather to come up with any ideas for a good story.
Fortunately, I can think of some good ideas to change the direction of this story.
Unfortunately, you're probably not going to because you haven't yet and this story sucks.
Fortunately, Fortunately, $1 million fell in my lap.
Unfortunately, it immediately caught on fire and left you with third-degree burns all over your body. And no money, nothing but a pile of ash.
Fortunately, I didn't have to work a day again in my life.
Unfortunately, you started to get very lonely and bored, and you turned to narcotics to dull the pain.
Fortunately, I had a good time.
Unfortunately, your wife left you, and both of your children disowned you. This is real dark, man.
I could not
You
come
picked
back
it.
from that.
You picked it.
I cannot come back from that. Fortunately, they forgave me and we all got back together in a happy family. The end.
The end. Since you were the subject of that and I don't want to, predict your future, your horrible future, living as a third-degree burn victim by yourself.
I am a third-degree burn victim, Heather.
I think we all are. But what I meant was from head to toe, which is what I had in my mind in that scenario.
Oh, okay.
I think I've gotten, you've got when I stuck it might have been a second-degree burn, but when you accidentally touch the hot burner of the stove or something and that blistery thing you get going.
Yeah, I had a red-hot piece of carbon fall on my neck, Heather.
You win. You win the third-degree burn contest. Congrats. Another one? Fortunately, unfortunately, shall we?
You have to start it this time, though.
All right. Do you want to be the unfortunately person? Because I feel like I'm always the one with the bad news in this game.
Well, it's supposed to start with fortunately.
I thought it was just supposed to start as a story, and then if I start... Okay, fortunately, Jody...
Foster?
Fortunately, Jody discovered... No, fortunately, Jody discovered a hidden treasure in the attic of her new home.
Unfortunately, that treasure was a haunted Quibbit box.
What is a Quibbit box?
Quibbit box? It's got the demon trapped inside of it, and if you open it, the demon comes out and haunts you.
Quibbit
box? Cubic box? Something box. Hold on. Box with demon inside. Search. A Dyybuk box.
How do you spell it?
Dubbuk.
Dyybuk. A Dyybuk box. Okay, so a Dyybuk box would be one that you trapped an evil demon in, and then if you open it, you let them out. Is that the idea?
As opposed to a good demon? Yes, an evil demon inside.
I've never met a demon. I don't know. So you were saying, unfortunately...
Unfortunately, the treasure in her attic was a Dyybuk box.
Fortunately, she recognized immediately what it was and didn't open it.
Unfortunately, her dumbass husband found it and dropped it, and it broke open.
Fortunately, she was not home at the time.
Unfortunately, it affects all people living in the home.
Fortunately, her best friend was an ultra-powerful clairvoyant with special demon-repelling powers.
Unfortunately, she died in a car accident on the way over to exorcise the demon.
Fortunately, she showed up in spirit because that's how good of a friend she was.
Unfortunately, her spirit got hit by a bus and she died, and couldn't come help.
Fortunately, unlike any demon in the history of Dybbuk boxes, this one was like, you know what? I'm cool. I don't want to haunt you guys. I'm just going to go to hell. Ciao.
Unfortunately, Satan sent him back to do his haunting.
Fortunately, he was like, look, Satan, he sent me back. I kind of had to come. You don't really argue with the big boss. But you know what? I'm just going to stay in the attic. You guys do your thing. You do you downstairs. I'll be upstairs. Just don't come to the attic. Everything's fine. Do you want to take your stuff out of here? Can you bring me some chicken wings? I heard you guys saying something about KFC earlier.
Unfortunately, on his way up to the attic, he stubbed his toe on the chairs, and it reset everything inside him, and he was like, that's it, I'm fucking haunted this whole fucking place!
Fortunately, by that time, the husband, who, although he had idiotically broken the Dybbuk box in the first place, was a genius, and he had developed a new Dybbuk box and was able to trap the demon inside of it, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Unfortunately, he dropped that box.
I ended the story. It's over. All right, let's do one round of one-word stories.
Okay.
Take it away.
Today,
Joseph
Miller
is
going
very
slowly
because
he
doesn't
like
cotton
mouth.
But
I mean, literally the only word I could say next is he. He
has
a
solution
to
the
cotton
mouth.
It
Pertains
to
the
content
of
his object,
which
happens
to
be
somewhere
up
his
umbrella.
He
Wondered.
Oh my God, that is the exact word I wanted you to say. We are on a level. Okay. How
The
blunt
wound
up
in
the
trunk
of
his
umbrella. I think we deserve a hand for that. I mean, my God, the artistry. I'm not going to stop clapping because that was fantastic.
It could be made into
it was good.
A Oscar-winning movie.
Yes, because it wouldn't make any sense and it would be very dreamy.
Yes, agreed.
Thank you. Well, that's it for this bonus. That's it for this bonus.
Dybbuk?
That's it for this bonus content episode. Until next time.
Chowsers.
Stop saying chowsers after every year. The most